Ladies and gentlemen, William Samoei Arap Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, yesterday issued Executive Order number 1 of the year 2023. And in that executive order, President William Ruto clearly assigned Musalia Mudavadi's morals. And that move by the president is not sitting very well with Rigathi Gachagua and the group. The executive order is actually 80-page document, and it's titled Organization of the Government of the Republic of Kenya, issued by the Executive Office of the President. In this video, I want us to look at why personally I strongly believe that the executive order was intended to achieve a specific political objective. And those objectives are basically to elevate Musalia Mudavadi and also to checkmate or to tame Rigathi Gachagua. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, I want you guys to take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is now. Let us get straight to the point. And I want to begin by looking at the new roles which have been assigned to Rigathi Gachagua. Reorganization of government, role of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. The first role Rigathi Gachagua will play is to chair cabinet committee meetings, oversee implementation of cabinet decisions. So basically, at the cabinet level, if Ruto is not there, Rigathi Gachagua will effectively chair those cabinet and will also oversee the implementation of cabinet decisions. So if the cabinet will decide on a particular issue, the implementation will be overseen by none other than Rigathi Gachagua. Number two, his second role would be to coordinate intergovernmental relations between national government and county governments. So basically, if there's issues with the county government, there are some overlapping issues, there are issues to be addressed, the person who will be the link between government and counties will be Rigathi Gachagua. I'm saying this because I want to compare, I want to really do a proper analysis on why I think Ruto elevated Musalia Mudavadi. And the third role of Rigathi will be chairing the Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council, IBEC. Basically, this is a job which he was previously doing, and I think it's even anchored in our constitution. And lastly, based on the major roles, is liaise with constitutional commissions and independent offices like IBC, those constitutional offices. Rigathi Gachagua will be the main person. And the executive order went further and assigned several other roles, because it's 80-page document. We can't really go through each of those pages. We can't go through each of them, but let's look at the roles which will now be assigned to the office of the other function he will be doing, apart from those, is coffee subsector reforms and implementation standing committee. So this one I think is because of the agriculture aspect of Mount Kenya. But now let us go and look at the roles which has now been assigned to Musalia Mudavadi, and why personally I strongly believe that what Ruto is doing is basically to give Musalia Mudavadi roles which will enable him shine. Let us look at the roles which Musalia Mudavadi will be doing. According to this executive order, the first function which Musalia Mudavadi will be doing is that he will chair and coordinate national government legislative agenda. So when we talk of legislative agenda, we are talking of parliament. If there's anything they will need to pass in parliament, if there's any other thing they'll need from parliament, that role will now be in the hands of Musalia Mudavadi. And why is that specific role important? This role is important because it will allow Musalia Mudavadi the opportunity to interact with members of parliament, because we are in politics. Currently, the majority leader in the National Assembly is Kimani Ichung'wah. So which means Musalia Mudavadi will now work very closely with Kimani Ichung'wah. The Speaker of the National Assembly and those of the Senate are Moses Wetangula and Amason Kingi. Musalia Mudavadi will now officially work more with them. Who is the majority whip? Silvanus Osoro. Musalia Mudavadi will now work with him. You go to the other side, Opiyo Wandayi, the minority leader, and Junet Mohammed, the minority whip, will both work with Musalia Mudavadi. And if there will be subcommittees of parliament, Musalia Mudavadi will be working very closely with them. So what I think Ruto has done here is that he's giving Musalia Mudavadi that opportunity to work very closely and interact with the members of parliament. So for me, I tend to strongly believe all this is geared towards elevating Mudavadi. Number two is that he assists president and deputy president to coordinate, supervise ministries and departments. If you look at our constitution, there's the functions of the president. And the constitution is very clear that the person who is supposed to take over those roles is none other than the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. My question is, why would Ruto then use this executive order to assign Mudavadi certain roles of assisting the president, deputy president, to coordinate, supervise, and supervise ministries and departments? Why is he now giving Mudavadi these coordination roles? Because these are supposed to be assigned to Rigathi Gachagua. For me, I think William Ruto wants a situation where if he wants Musalia Mudavadi to do for him something, and he doesn't want Rigathi to do it, then he can deal directly with the Musalia Mudavadi. And now that Musalia Mudavadi has this supervision roles over ministries and also coordination roles over ministries, it means Musalia Mudavadi cannot work directly with ministers. So I tend to think that Ruto is reducing certain aspects of functions of Rigathi Gachagua. Otherwise, the person who is supposed to assist the president is the deputy president constitutionally. Probably he would have opined here, or he would have said here, that the role of Musalia Mudavadi was to assist the deputy president and not to assist the president. Are we okay up to that level? I just want to make sure that we are okay. And by the way, in case you are watching this channel for the first time up to this stage, what I want you to do is just press that thumbs up button now and press the subscribe button now, so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. The other function which Musalia Mudavadi has been given, and strategically, is that oversee implementation of government policies, programs, and projects. Oversee implementation of national government policies, programs, and projects. So it means beginning today, Musalia Mudavadi would be free to go to Central Kenya to launch a project there. He will be free to go to Nyanza to supervise national projects. Musalia Mudavadi will be free to oversee policies of governments being implemented. Remember, the office which Musalia Mudavadi is occupying, the office of the chief cabinet secretary, does not exist anywhere in our constitution. But Musalia Mudavadi now will be overseeing government implementation of national government policies, programs, and projects. So Musalia Mudavadi can now go to a place and people can tell him, oh, boss, this project, we need it here, we don't know, blah, blah, blah. And he will be able to implement those policies. What role will Rigathi Gachagua be playing? The other function which he has been assigned is that he will chair principal secretaries committees. Rigathi Gachagua will be chairing cabinet. Mudavadi will be chairing principal secretaries. You get those committees. Principal secretaries are key players within government. In an ideal situation, the person who would have done this would have been the deputy president. But Ruto is telling him, we just focus on the cabinet. For this other one, leave it to Musalia Mudavadi. I don't know how they are going to manage it. And lastly, the other function which he has been assigned is supervise technical monitoring and evaluation of government policies, projects, and programs. So Musalia Mudavadi will be the one who you will be giving the reports that this is the state of this project. It began here. This is how much we've spent on it. This is the level it has reached. Musalia Mudavadi will be going to the fields to monitor those projects to see how they are faring. So if you ask me, and you don't even need to ask me, you can just use your common sense that Ruto is on Rigathi Gachagua. And this is coming just a few days after Rigathi Gachagua had responded to Musalia Mudavadi that it's only two of them who will be answerable to Kenyans, because Mudavadi had challenged him and everybody that there's only one government, the government of William Samoei Arap Ruto. I don't know what you think. Maybe you could let me know in the comment section. Bye-bye for now.